Spring has sprung and new beginnings are available to you. Ready to unlock your potential in 2025? Pick a card for help along your path. Hello, Soul Tribe. Welcome to the Divine Sophia Healing Garden. I am Queen Coco, and this is where you come to heal and elevate. Those on their spiritual or healing journey should subscribe because on this channel, we'll discuss all things spiritual. Mind, body, and soul alignment is the goal. Uploads on Wednesdays and Fridays. Much gratitude for being here with me for my very first Pick a Card for 2025. New beginnings are definitely on the horizon this spring and into the summer. So we're going to dive into the cosmic changes, challenges, and rewards to look out for this year. So strap in because we're going to learn some things today. We'll get started with the crystal you should keep close to you, or at least add to your arsenal for meditation this year. Next, we'll go into the cosmic change, challenge, or reward you'll see in 2025. And then we'll talk about what that situation is revolving around so you can know more about what you're trying to heal or encourage to come into your life. After that, we'll go into the advice from our angels, ancestors, and cosmic guides and pull 5 tarot cards for deeper reflection. Also, we'll pull a symbol of inspiration and power that you can use throughout the year. Use it in your spiritual work, attach a daily affirmation to it, or just have it around for inspiration. We'll wrap up with final thoughts and insights from the cosmos with our mini Starseed Oracle deck. And as a bonus, if you'd like to try to get in tune with your beautiful, amazing psychic self, try the mediumship exercises at the end of each group's message. Learn to trust your intuition and manifest blessings. Pick the image that calls to you to receive advice from the soul. Pause here if you need to. Timestamps are below. I'll start with pile 1. Welcome, pile 1. Let's talk about the cosmic changes, challenges, and the rewards to look out for in 2025. First up, the stone to keep with you this year is howlite. Howlite is a calming stone used to relieve stress, reduce anger, and transform aggression into positive action. It eases anxiety and encourages emotional expression, and it also helps with insomnia. Spirit wants you to be aware of your stress levels this year. Monitor your anger and take good care of yourself. Why? Because the cosmic change, challenge, or reward this message is regarding has to do with the first house. The first house, House Aries, is telling you to act. This card asks you to remember your personal fire, your reasons for being alive. Aries is a cardinal or fire sign that symbolizes new beginnings, passionate action, spontaneity, rebellion, and new birth. With this card, you're being asked to be bold in your personal choices that really affect your well-being, mind, body, and soul. Aries is the house that rules the physical body. So, this is a call to monitor and readjust the environmental factors that affect your body, your mind, your soul. The action here is to move into a new territory of self-love. Upgrade your level of self-care. Why? Because the situation this new birth is revolving around is the sky bridge, a possibility for union with your divine self, or an opportunity to allow something your soul desires to open up for you. That means this is a time to concentrate on what needs to be connected or disconnected in your life. The sky bridge also tells you to act soon because the path behind you is no longer viable. You're being asked to walk through the portal of taking better care of yourself so that happiness and peace can come into your life. So, the advice from your angels, ancestors, and guides is to shift, transform, and unveil your gifts with the shapeshifter energy because you have the power to bring peace and happiness into your life. But if you're stuck in pain, grief, or worry, you can't do it. The vibrations don't match, they don't attract. So, the shapeshifter energy asks you to tap into the deep cosmic ancestral DNA or programming that we all have to help you see things through your spiritual eyes or from many different perspectives. You have talents and gifts you're not sharing because you're not considering your health enough. So now is the time to start taking good care of yourself, be it mentally, physically, or spiritually. With the shapeshifter, it's time to unblock your personal power and shift into who you were meant to be. Your personal care choices may have a great deal to do with what's been blocking you if you've been feeling spiritually low lately, especially. So, drop into your heart space and start your health and healing journey. And be sure to love on and massage those lower three chakras too, especially that solar plexus chakra. That's your fire chakra, your power center that helps you try new things and manifest new passions. Also, listen to guided meditations on YouTube. Talk to someone, get the spiritual advisement you need. And very importantly, keep up with your personal health care checkups this year. Okay, so here we are with the main message of intensely and fiercely loving ourselves slash taking care of ourselves this year. So now let's dive deeper with tarot. We'll also pull a power symbol for this year and a final message card. Let's get started. Welcome in group one. I'm so glad you could join me. You were attracted to this image here, nurturing thyself there, and you did get a good message about nurturing yourself. But on the back of this image is a spiritual exercise that you can try from the mediumship training deck right here. At the end of each group, I just added an exercise for everybody to try if you'd like to get more in tune with your psychic self. Very easy things for you to try on your own if you'd like to take it a step further. But I want to jump right into the message. I'm going to pull 5 tarot cards to really give you more insight on the message of walking through the portal of taking better care of yourself, your physical body, how Spirit is asking you to shift into the energy that you are really asking for. It's time for you to actually shift into that energy, and a huge step in that is learning how to truly nurture yourself. Because think about it, you're doing any type of spiritual work or anything, you have to know how to take time to nurture yourself before you nurture others. The end, period. So I am going to pull some tarot cards here, 5 tarot cards to explain that, to go just a little bit deeper on it. Although, you know, if you watch the introduction, it's very clear that this reading is about the physical body, about really tapping into your physical body around you and actually go ahead and walk through that portal where you're learning and growing and figuring out what works for you and what gives you more energy and what takes away from your energy. So we're going to pull some tarot cards to just go a little bit deeper into that imagery. And then we're also going to pull the Starseed Oracle card, mini Oracle deck, and a power symbol this year. So we got a lot going on. I want to jump right on into what's going on in 2025 and how can we help ourselves get through all the things that's happening right now. You know, it's very hard to pay attention to a lot of the news and what's going on. But you know, you have to be somewhat aware. But this is about us really learning how to turn off what we need to turn off and indulge in what we really need to indulge in, you know. So let's get 5 cards to go just a little bit deeper on the reading, on the overall message of taking good care of yourself this year. Take good care of yourself. I just keep hearing that. You're worth it. You're worth every time you, what I'm hearing is, and look at that, the sun under there had the lovers the first time, but it's like you're worth it. You're truly worth all the energy that you would put into taking care of somebody else. You're worth doing that for yourself, especially at this time. And then let your cup overflow into others. Let you help others once you are healed and ready to help yourself. So I did do a pre-shuffle here, and I'm curious to see if I get the same understanding, if I get the same cards and stuff. I may put a picture of the cards that I did for the pre-shuffle, but it's my process. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, right off the bat, with all the swords and the blues and the Hierophant here, I'm feeling like this change is truly in the mental, but it starts with the root of you. You know, figuring out your root base values. What is it that I will allow or accept in my life? It's about starting in the mind and letting that pour out through your physical body. This is the card for change right here, sitting here, right at the sky bridge. The horse is about to walk through that portal. But while in the pre-shuffle, a lot of reds and yellows and blues came out. But here, oh, look at there, the Emperor right under the bottom. And the Hangman, that's you changing into a decision. I mean, that's you, hey, you know, should I really do it or not? But right behind that is the Knight. So you're either going to charge into the situation, or you're really going to be contemplating. But Spirit's saying now is a time for you to really, truly be the Emperor. You don't have to just be hanging around in there. Oh, and look at that. The Five of Pentacles was one of the ones that came out in the pre-shuffle. But I'm going to put this here. I'm just going to look at all the symbolism and colors first. That's how I like to kind of like do my readings as sort of teaching people if they really want to get into this. It's not just me telling you what the cards are or what the cards mean, but how do you interpret them for yourself? So I'm going to be teaching you some cues, some signals, things to interpret for yourself, like all the blues here in these cards, and grays, that's those upper chakras, those so now I'm thinking, okay, the overall message was to activate all those lower chakras. And now you're going into the tarot message of bring in those, and then immediately start to bring in those upper chakras too, the throat chakra, where you are speaking what you want into your life. So we got that coming in also here. But swords, mental energy, quick energy. I know that swords overall is mental energy. So let's just get into what Spirit is trying to say within all of these cards here. This first card, Aries, act. You have the Hierophant and the World right here. So this says to me that there has been, or there is in some kind of way, a sort of like a spiritual shift. You've been thinking about, you know, nurturing yourself more. Or if not, that's going to come into your life really quick after watching this video. You're going to start to get the signals and stuff like that, especially if you try this exercise here. And but the Hierophant in the World, that's right there. The Hierophant is traditions. You know, you got the red here, red meaning root chakra. That's you're rooted in, this is your rooted traditions and stuff on one hand, but also it's your spiritual knowledge. You know, what do you really know about what you came here to do? So this right here, but this is the World here. This is the end of, the way I see it is, you walk through this portal and it's the end of you not knowing who you are and what you came to do, how to take care of yourself, how to be better aligned spiritually. So that's here. That's why Aries is here. It's like, okay, you've been trying some things. You've been trying to move or act in a way that is more spiritually aligned. Well, let me tell you, let's just go and get this physical vessel intact, and you're going to see your growth then. You're going to see that, but you have to consciously choose to walk through this portal here of change. Death means change. This is the card for the overall Scorpio energy here. So I know a lot about this card here, but the basis of it, it's change. Something must die, something must go away in order for something else to grow. So all those, just like the overall message said, you really have to put aside all of those old ways of thinking here and move into a new type of thinking. It's the end of that. It's no longer viable. That was what the overall message said. It's time for you to change, walk into that portal. This shapeshifter energy, once you call it in, it can come really quick. Right here with the Knight of Swords here and the Page of Swords here. But see, the thing is, when information comes quick, because the Page of Swords is about news. All pages are about news, okay? Knights are about movement. Pages are about news. So when you're saying shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts, if you really begin that stride, you'll be like a juggernaut, going after what you want at the pace and just keeping the pace and keep going and going and going. However, the thing with that is, the Page of Swords, the page brings all kinds of news. It's like all the news you want. Sometimes a sensory overload. This is mental energy. So you have to be, that's just my thing on that. Just be careful with all this mental energy, that you're truly evaluating what is nurturing to your soul. How does this nurture me, or does it just add more to my worries and anxieties and stuff? But this is telling me that if you make up your mind and you choose, I am ready to start thinking better about myself, to start doing my morning affirmations, to really start getting myself together and do the things that I'm supposed to do for my health and for my safety, then the energy will move quickly or whatever. And the overall energy here being the Emperor and the Hangman, these are the three that I am feeling as the overall energy of this entire reading here. This is like you get to choose. The Emperor is the boss, okay? This is he has everything he needs to get the job done. The people, the places, the things. So in this, it would be for your physical health. You're going to, once you start this journey, you'll find that you'll dig out of your closet. Oh, I got nothing to wear, because I want to go walking or something like that. And, my pants are too big. You'll dig in there, you'll find things that you need, maybe even around the house. You have everything you need to get started on the journey to nurturing yourself here with the Emperor and especially the Hierophant here. But, it's a choice. This is two. You know what I'm saying? This is two things here. And it's a portal that you must walk through, this death horse. I kind of just see him riding up that portal there. Just going through and making that choice to change, but it's a choice. So this is the Hangman here. You sitting around until you see it, until it turns into a bright idea, until you see it from a different perspective, where then you're charging after what you want spiritually. This is a different Knight energy here. They're both about action. This is true action here, but this is like mental action, but this is like spiritual, and you're getting it done. So, and here you're really thinking about it, but it's time to really shift your mind is what these cards are saying, and the whole reading is saying that. So anyway, you are the Emperor. That's what you need to realize. More Aries energy. Aries here, the Ram. You are the Emperor at heart. And I would check also in your birth chart and see what planets are ruled by Aries. How is Aries influencing your life right now? Because there's a lot of first house Aries energy in this reading. So anyway, that's the overall energy. We're going to pull, I'm going to sit these here. And we're going to pull a starseed card here just to get some more advice. Just a few more things here from the cosmos on nurturing yourself, because you're in a really good position to walk through the portal of change right now. And that's why they're sending you things like stay calm, use this howl light, do your meditations, make sure you get, I see all of now the chakras being lit up in you, but you got to start with those bottom three. Get those functioning, don't go into your mental energy first. Go into your physical grounding energy. Once you go into that, and this feels like heart space energy, and then this right here would be the upper chakras there. So it's a process for you. And part of it might be just starting with this spiritual exercise that's up, and you'll be surprised how easy these are. It's just suggestions that you can try to connect to spirit a little bit more, or you don't have to try it at all. Just try to get this message, though, that it is time for you to walk through the portal of better health, better taking care of yourself. Oh, wisdom. That's one. I was only going to pull one, but I'm feeling another out of this deck, and that one just popped. Yeah, that feels right. So wisdom is one. We'll read that in just a minute. Let me pull this in here. Observation. Okay. Look at here. So look at here. We have wisdom. First thing to jump out, see your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual life. Adversaries, adversities, it's like saying see conflict as opportunities for growth. That's what true wisdom is. You're not taking everything to heart as a spiritual attack. It's for your spiritual light. It's for you to expand. So the spirit is saying really tap into the wisdom of yourself, the DNA, the true DNA of healing yourself. Observation, one way you may be able to do that is to expand your consciousness by really observing light. This says observation in this deck to me makes me want to feel like, get out in nature more and observe how everything is connected, So that's some more advice for you to do, to really start to see these opportunities for these adverse opportunities as spiritual growth. I'm gearing up. Something's about to happen because, yeah, I'm gearing up, ready to go. So now we're going to pull a power symbol that you can use throughout the year. Like I said, just have it around or draw it on something that makes that you want to feel powerful about. Oh, look at there. Safe and happy travel. Oh, I love that one. So we're going to do one more here because I felt it. I felt that one jump, and I'm feeling one more. So I don't know if it's going to jump, but I'm going to cut some. Yeah, I'm saying cut. Okay. So safe and happy travel. That's nice. That means safe and happy travel. This is a nice symbol for you to just draw on in the air. You don't have to put it on things or whatever, but it's a nice sigil for you to bring some happiness and stuff, especially when you're traveling. We'll talk about that in a minute. But let's get to this one. Air. Look at that. All this air energy. This is a mental change. This is not something where you're just going to look at that. Wishes come true. You've been asking for this. Some of y'all been really asking for this, and this is your cue right here. But let's start with safe and happy travel there. Protection from harm when journeying. Okay, so this is a good symbol, a good sigil for you to put out when you are traveling. That means that Spirit really wants you to start seeing some things, to really start getting out and seeing the divine matrix of life here. What this card here is talking about, seeing how things connect. And if you're having fears or anxieties about that, then bring this symbol to mind, connected to feelings of being safe and happy and enjoying life. But the one that I was feeling also that came out is air here. Like I said, there's a lot of air energy, a lot of throat chakra energy. This is about really truly starting to speak what you want to come into your life. So this says work with the element of air to cut through to the core of a situation and see the truth. So this is a symbol here. When you really want to see the truth about something, mark this symbol out, have it around you and use it as one of your symbols where you're really trying to define the truth of who you are or anybody in any situation. So that is pretty much what I have for you guys for group 1. Thank you so much for joining me. Please rewind this if you need to and hear what you need to hear. I hope it resonated with you. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Welcome to the mediumship exercise for group 1. Please feel free to do any of the mediumship exercises, no matter which group you pick. But if you did pick group 1, you know that is about nurturing yourself this year. And this is the theme here. And I always like to start by looking at the beautiful artwork on the back of these cards. This is the mediumship training deck. So like I said, if you wanted to really dive into your spiritual self and just try some easy exercises to kind of get you more into the spiritual mood, and so you can really start to tap in and love on yourself more. So the theme of this card is nurturing yourself, and I'll go ahead and turn it over and we'll read and take its advice if you're feeling it, if you're resonating with it. But it's just a simple exercise. A lot of these cards are sometimes breathing techniques, just different exercises for you to try. So let's jump right in with what extra help you can get with nurturing thyself, as this card says right there. Nurturing thyself. I want you to look at the really pretty, I got a camera here and a camera there, so I want you to look at the really pretty card there. But nurturing thyself, honoring and taking care of your physical self should be a top priority when you're developing and using your mediumship abilities. Don't forget that you're the vessel for reception and transmission of psychic energy. Nurturing yourself is not selfish, it's a necessity. Being a medium means living a life of service and giving to others. If you've chosen this card, then it's a timely reminder to ensure you don't forget yourself in the process. In this line of work, it's easy to forget to pay attention to your physical body, which can result in feeling tired, drained, or even moody. Remember that we're all made up of energy, and that energy is very precious and delicate and needs to be preserved and honored. That's what this card is mainly talking about. So here's the exercise today, or as soon as you get a chance. Schedule some time to stop doing anything psychic. Okay, so you are nurturing yourself on a whole different level. So today, schedule some time to stop doing anything psychic. That includes even talking about reading anything related to it. Whether it's just for a day or a bit longer, it's important to get in the habit of taking time for yourself. And it goes into the things you can, but I want to stop right here. it's about taking care of yourself. The whole theme of message one is about really taking care of yourself. But if you are trying to tap into your mediumship powers, especially using this deck here, if you are trying to do that, they're saying step back and nurture the physical you right now. It could be a massage, a meditation, or a walk in nature, whatever works for you. There's no strict or perfect rules. This is how you reset spiritually. So, the point is to allow your body, mind, and spirit to absorb positive and healthy energy so that when you have to return to helping others, you'll feel healthy, strong, and revitalized. Taking quality time to be with your loved ones, friends, and pets that are here is equally important. You're a physical being and a spiritual being. Please honor both. Okay, so that's what this card is talking about, honoring your physical being at this time, and that's what the other card was about. So take some time this week, the simple exercise to actively note that you are nurturing your physical self and doing nothing spiritual to put any more strain on your physical body. Okay, so that's your spiritual exercise. Feel free to try any of them, no matter which group you try. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye, y'all. Welcome, Pile 2. Let's get into the cosmic changes, challenges, and rewards to look out for in 2025. First up, the stone to keep with you this year is malachite. Malachite is an all purpose cleansing and protection stone. It can be used to clear your chakras, and it's very good at opening the heart chakra, especially when there's a lot of fear that's keeping it closed, like old heartache or heartbreak or programming that keeps you in a cycle of mistrust and fear of love or being loved. Malachite has spiritual properties that protect us against negative energy. So your heart can be open and you can be bolder in going after what you love or want to attract. Why? Because the cosmic change, challenge, or reward for you in 2025 is dignified, meaning strength. Dignified symbolizes being in your element at the right place and the right time so you can get the best advantage. Malachite is here to help you feel stronger and protected in your right to love and be loved, and to help you get to the right place, right time, right space for attraction. In astrology, when a planet is dignified, it is in a sign that it loves and can thrive in. For example, Mars is the ruler of Scorpio. It loves being in that sign. The energies are conducive to one another, so Mars amplifies the energy of Scorpio. It makes it stronger. So, the overall message of this card is to have faith in your given ability to be strong enough to dodge obstacles and look for opportunities about to emerge. Because a positive energy that opens and supports your heart space is trying to come through for you in 2025. That means this is the year to open your heart. Why? Because the situation this energy is revolving around, what you need to have strength for is the heart home card, which means compassion, or rather, showing and allowing compassion so that energy can be reciprocated back to you. Heart home is about being offered love in its truest form, unconditional, unbounded, a love you don't have to earn or bargain for. This card asks you to drop into your heart space for a while and replace judgment of yourself and others with compassion. Put everything on hold for a little while. Empty yourself of judgment and preconceived notions of love, and allow spirit to fill you with the peace you deserve so you can better see your worth. And that makes sense because your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides' advice to you is to see beyond the current situation with the seer card. The seer card specifically asks you to raise your vibration and focus on love. Full stop, there it is. But what's important to know is that the energy of the seer card is not about predicting the future. It's about showing you how your intentions are creating it. It's here to help you understand that your intentions can change, and therefore so can your future. So, the overall energy of this card is to let the clairvoyant inside you rise up so you can see the way forward for yourself with your spiritual eyes. Again, the seer card isn't about predicting the future. It's about being able to see clearly enough to create your best future. And Malachite is good for clearing old programming so that new can come in. Now, this message is a little split because a lot of you are doing the work already. So, this is confirmation that love is definitely on the way. Keep up the good work. But some really need to hang on to this malachite for a while and work toward opening your heart space more. So here we are with the main message of opening your heart space, being strong and brave and feeling protected enough to allow more love to be reciprocated into your life. Now, let's go deeper with tarot for more insight. We'll also pull a power symbol for this year and a final message card. Ready? Let's go. Welcome, group 2. Let's get into your reading. We're going to pull some tarot cards, and we're also going to pull some starseed oracle cards and a power symbol. But also be sure to check out the mediumship exercise here if you really are trying to get into your psychic self. It's just quick exercises from this mediumship deck right here. That I do love and cherish, and I wanted to share some of the exercises here that may help you get through some of this energy in this reading. So we're starting out knowing that Spirit is asking you to open up your heart space and allow some things to happen. Start to use your intuition and start trusting and believing that, love, that you deserve love, and love is here for you, and you can get the love that you deserve. So we're going to pull some tarot cards to go a little bit deeper on that, and pull a few more. The star card keeps coming up. It's like the second time I've seen it on that, but we'll see what Spirit has to say with tarot. I do like to try to give cues and kind of teach you to pick up on the cards yourself. What are you seeing in the cards? So we'll talk about that more after I shuffle them really well. These have been reset and ready to go for group 2. And I'm going to say one more time. The strength card is coming up now. I see that. It's not easy for a lot of people who picked this group. It's truly not easy to open up your heart space and allow new things to happen. But the reading talks about being, open to new things by just actually getting out and getting involved and really getting to know who you are and trusting your intuition so you can know what you want to really bring into your life. So thank you so much for joining me, group 2. I'm going to pull 5 tarot cards for deeper understanding of the oracle messages that we just got. Seeing the sun a lot for the pre-shuffle there, and now it's at the bottom of the deck. So let's get into it. Let's see what Spirit has to say with the tarot cards for group 2. Okay. with the sun under the bottom. This is definitely a good positive choice for you. This is the year definitely to open up your heart and allow some things to be reciprocated to you. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is going to be, look, sun on the bottom. You're going to have to take a chance this year. This group right here. And you may, and I'm feeling like some people really are making some strides in this group with taking a chance. And there are some that are truly stuck. But I see that clarity here with the Ace of Swords really coming through for you. This right here says it all, though. Right here, the way these cards were at, strength. You have needed a lot of strength to get through a lot of heartbreak in the past. But the Six of Swords here, with this is you walking away from that energy. You've been like, okay, this don't even touch me no more. I'm so much stronger than this right now. It can't even touch me. But let's just look overall. Let's look at the overall energy of the cards here. Oh, look at that. The Sun and the Six of Wands and the Seven of Wands. So this is like you coming from, oh, look at that. And the Queen of Swords. We won't go, I can tell a whole story under these cards under the deck. But the overall energy here with the Sun and the Six of Wands, this is you coming from a lot of struggles, a lot of defenses, a lot of, you know, spiritual strifes and battles, emotional battles, things like that. This is you coming from that, going into the victory of not having to deal with that much stuff. With the sun coming out, this is clarity. The sun is about shining the light on it. There's no more darkness. It's clarity, it's healing, it's things working out in the end. That is a beautiful overall energy. But here I see the pain. I see why the strength was needed. The dignified strength card is needed for this group because you have been put through the ringer in the heart space. So you may have 100 reasons, a million reasons for not trusting, but I'm telling you, this is not the year to do that. 2025 is not the year to do that. Be brave, be bold, because Spirit has you walking away, moving on to calmer waters with this Six of Swords energy, right under dignified strength, heartbreak, moving from that. So let's look at the core at the center. You are definitely going to get the clarity you need on who you are and what type of love, relationship, whatever. And it may not even be like a physical relationship. It may be just you falling in love with yourself again, and, you know, or falling in love with yourself for the first time emotionally. You're truly going to get some clarity on that, on who I am and what I want and how I want to contribute in this world and how I want that to be reciprocated back to me. I keep, and reciprocal, reciprocal, reciprocal. I keep hearing that word. It's like you have put out a lot of energy, a lot of love to other people, and it has not been returned to you. And you're like, forget it, I'm done. So I'm here to tell you that's not the way, because this is not the year. You're going to get the clarity that you need in your heart space to be able to attract. They're showing me in my space right now, the Lover's card, to be able to attract, because the Lover's card is a huge card of attraction. Let me see if it's anywhere close in here to the end or to the beginning. No, it's not. But I'm seeing that card. And that's what I think of when you are not only just attracting love, you're attracting what your heart wants. It could be a person, but it could also be this, you know, to travel, or this dream job, or to live in another country, and you just really feeling that energy and attracting it. You're going to get the clarity you need on this. And this right here, let me tell you something. The Ace of Cups with the Three of Cups, this is a loving energy coming into your space, okay? Rather it be friendships, rather it be the love of your life, rather be whatever, it is a loving situation coming into your life with the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups here. And this is, it's right under the Seer card. See beyond the current situation. See beyond this heartbreak. This is sort of like past, present, future. You could look at it that way too. I deal in a lot of threes and I read it in different ways, but this is saying in the past you've had a lot of heartbreak, a lot of pain that you have walked away from and said it's not worth it. It's not worth me having love if I got to suffer like this. But Spirit saying that is not the way right now. I need you to see beyond that situation. I need you to see beyond the pain, beyond the heartache, into what is possible. This right here is the universe giving you a gift of emotional fulfillment, support, love. You know, loving on you for a little bit while. But you have to learn to put yourself out there again if you're having trouble with that. And some of you may be putting yourself out there and you're just not listening with the seer card here. This is you seeing how not just being a prophet or anything like that. This is seeing how you can create your future, how you can create things and attract things into your life here. This is really beautiful energy. Spirit is saying to you in no uncertain terms, go for it. The sun is here under the bottom of the deck. Go for it. This is the time for you to find love this year. So let's tap in with just a little more advice, insights, thoughts with the Starseed Oracle deck. Look at that, Starseed came up on the end Oracle deck there. And we're going to see any other little insights or advice. I see one card already upside down is vibration. Oh, look at that, vibration. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels. You are connected to the cosmic intelligence. That right there is like, that's you really starting to tap in and know what vibration is and know what the vibration of love is and stuff. But let me see if there are any other cards upside down here. We got blue flame. Oh, I remember that one coming out. But doesn't matter. I don't really read these cards in upside down or anything like that. But I do want to go through and get a strong, solid card for you. Message. Just a little kiss from the universe. To tell you what is going on right there. Thank you so much, dear guys. Let's get at least one card for group 2. And this is it right here. We're going to cut. Thank you so much, dear guys. All right. So inner alchemy. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. Oh man, that is right on the money. You cannot be afraid of this. I want to pull out that vibration card too and go back over it. I wanted to look at that a little bit closer because I really do believe with this 3 and this cups coming out or whatever, that is a real big jump in your vibration in how you're really going to feel about yourself. There it is right there. So we're going to keep those 2 cards there. But inner alchemy, this one is talking about really reacting the way you react to things. Like if you've turned it off, if you've been like, love just ain't for me, you know, that's not the way, then that's what's going to happen. Love's just not going to be for you. And Spirit saying, no, that's not the way to go here. Change your vibration, you know, change your vibration. Let me help you raise your vibration just by looking at this reading here, trying this exercise here. These are ways to raise your vibration. So let's look for a power symbol for 2025. You can, like I said, write it, put it in just so you can see it every day. Say the affirmation with it, attach it to something you really want to feel your power with or bring some power into. So let's look at a power symbol for group 2. Thank you so much, dear guides, for a power symbol for group 2. Yeah, that feels good. That feels good. Let's get a power symbol for group 2. I am really excited for this group for like walking away from things that truly don't serve you and getting like the love that you deserve. It's time because y'all have been through the ringer in here. So I understand why some people are still hesitant on this with the energy of this right here. So triple moon, oh, this is a good sign. Embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. This is a good place to start here. And what's under the bottom? Let's see. Spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. Your angels and your guides are here. And look at that. Right under that, healing. The true healing of the mind, body, and soul. Oh my goodness. So look, let's just get into it here with this triple moon here. Use this symbol here when you are truly trying to embrace yourself. You can think about yourself or spirit, and then your divine masculine and your divine feminine. You're trying to bring all of that together. Triple moon is a really good symbol to start out with. And the next one is spirit. Get to know spirit, the spirit within yourself. God's source universe brought you to this message so that you can connect more with God's source universe. So heavenly assistance from your angels and guides are here for you. That's what you need to know at this time. Heavenly assistance is here for you. So thank you so much for joining me here. I'm trying to put these down so we can see them all. But this was a really good reading. Trust yourself, be brave, and get the love and support that you deserve. Thank you so much for joining me, Group 2. Be sure to check out the mediumship, the spiritual exercise at the end. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Welcome to the mediumship exercise for group 2. Please feel free to do any of the mediumship exercises, no matter which group you picked. But this is just some short exercises for spiritual practices. A little extra advice to get you through this. You don't have to do it if it's not resonating with you. That's fine too. Or you could do a different one here. But I just want to get started. I always like to look at the beautiful artwork here, there, and there. I've got two cameras here, so I want to make sure I get it from all angles because this is so pretty. But this, the theme of this card is soul guidance. And I'm going to turn it over and we'll read it and just simply follow the directions. If you're feeling this, they're just simple exercises for you to try to raise your vibration or just try something different. So this says soul guidance, making time for activities that contribute to your spiritual growth and psychic development is not a sign of selfishness. It's more of a necessity. By doing so, it will make you a better medium and have a major impact on your overall well-being and spiritual vitality. Spending time to focus on your soul's needs enables you to nurture yourself and expand your spiritual boundaries. Therefore, for 1 week, allow this card to encourage you to do things that are uncharacteristic of you, or for you rather. In other words, do things that you never normally do. During this time, surrender and trust your intuitive psychic abilities. Now, that's just the first two paragraphs of this card, but I want to stop here for a minute and say, you can try this for a week or a few days, use your intuition on how long it may need for you to feel it. But it's saying do something unexpected, something you would never do before. This is you learning how to vibe and how to trust yourself. So this says, moving on, if you feel that you've always wanted to have lunch with someone at work, but never made the effort, then make this week the time to ask. If you feel drawn to call a relative whom you've not spoken to in a long time, then make the call. If you feel inspired to learn something new, then take a class or a workshop. Trust and follow your gut and use your psychic senses. After doing this for 1 week, don't forget to journal your new discoveries or revelations that resulted by following your inner guidance. Sometimes, when you follow the promptings of your soul, it leads to unexpected opportunities. See, that deals perfectly with the reading um, for group 2. But going on, this amazing exercise will teach you how the flow of intuition runs through you and works for you. So, why not start living intuitively and less analytically? Okay, so this is a good exercise for this week, especially if you need to pull back a little bit, but and try something totally different. This exercise is about learning how to trust yourself, how to trust your spiritual guidance, how to trust your team. So, this is a good exercise for trusting, which is something that group 2 definitely will be working with. So, thanks again. Let me make sure I get this beautiful card. I just love it. I do. I just do. I just love it. All the beautiful butterflies. So, I will see you guys next time. Be sure to check out the other mediumship. If you like this one, be sure to check out the other. They're very easy, just something to, like I said, change your vibe. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye bye. Welcome, Pile 3. Let's get into the cosmic changes, challenges, and rewards to look out for in 2025. The stone to keep by your side this year is lapis lazuli. If you don't already know this stone, please get to know it. Put it in your spiritual arsenal. Use it for meditation. Just spend some quality time with it for a while. See how it works, because lapis is used for deeper insight. It's a very powerful stone that's said to open the door to universal knowledge and help you develop the wisdom to use that knowledge. It's good for your intuition or third eye chakra because it promotes self awareness, sharpens the memory, eases depression and anxiety, and harmonizes the heart and mind. Most importantly, it's a stone of truth that helps you communicate your reality. So, overall, lapis sharpens your insight and helps you to trust and communicate your best self. Why is this necessary? Because the cosmic change, challenge, or reward to look out for in 2025 is Capricorn with Achieve. So, right out the door in 2025, you're being asked to achieve something with this Capricorn energy. House Capricorn is the career house of the zodiac. Similar to the energy of Virgo, which also deals with work, but relating more to service, like what you do to survive or make life easier overall. Capricorn, in contrast, is about the work you aspire to do as a career goal in this life. How you really want to contribute or make your way in this world career wise. The energy of Capricorn asks us to dive deep into the sea of collective consciousness and find a worthy dream and work on it until we achieve full mastery. It's an earth sign, and we know how hard it is to move through the earth. So, this energy requires patience because this card asks us to measure our time to build solid, healthy structural foundations using willpower, determination, and precision, which is why Lappy is here to help you follow your intuition, especially during this stage in your life. Because overall, the message of Capricorn card is to find motivation, set a goal, and build it with integrity. You are encouraged to practice and develop your spiritual disciplines. Why? Because the situation this energy is revolving around, what you need to really be aware of this year is falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. This card isn't as bad as it sounds because it's an indication that you have been doing some soul elevation work. You've been trying to connect with the flow of the universe, making progress toward your desires, or you will be soon. However, sometimes we can go back to sleep or fall into the traps of comfort that can lead us to compromise our integrity or overall vision or goal. In other words, you've been working hard on a vision. So this year, don't let old programming creep in and set you back. So, with the fallen angel card, you are being cautioned not to go unconscious or fall asleep on your dreams. The overall message of this card is not to lose track of your wings or aspirations. Use them to continue to soar above the suffering and strife in the world. Use your insight. Don't be seduced by friends or companions who don't respect your dreams or want you to compromise them. With this card, your guides are asking you to analyze situations from a higher perspective. Get the angel view. Don't get entangled in the struggle. Listen to your intuition and wait for the right moment to take action. Why? Because your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides' advice to you is to become the wise one and grow within your current situation. Your guides are asking you to embrace that Capricorn energy of achievement to help solidify your growth. That means it's time to boss up, be reliable and committed to your goals, and be open to the wisdom and insight of your guides. Lappy will help you with this. But to go further, the wise one represents the wisest aspect of the goddess energy, the crone. For female energy, some believe there are three stages of growth: maiden, mother, and crone. The maiden and the mother are still growing into the wise crone energy. The wise one asks you to step into the fiercest, most aware, and psychic aspect of yourself, to use your experience and knowledge to overcome setbacks and tap into the wisdom being stored at the soul level, aka your intuition. The overall message of this card is to remember your capacity to overcome darker times and be reborn again and again. Male or female, this card is about trusting your experience, wisdom, and knowledge at the soul level. So, this is not the year to put spiritual growth on the back burner. So, here we are with the message of achieving or solidifying your growth in 2025, not falling asleep on your dreams, and tapping into your intuition for more spiritual growth. Now, let's go deeper with tarot for more insight. We'll also pull a symbol of power for this year and a final message card. Ready? Let's go. Okay, so now we're going to go deeper with tarot. We already know coming in that Spirit is asking you to achieve this year with this Capricorn energy, to really dig down and find your boss energy and go after something your soul desires this year. Spirit is asking you not to fall asleep on your dreams or allow anyone else to remove those dreams from you or to cause you to want to falter on it. This is your year to go after what you're dreaming. And you're also being asked to tap in more with the wise one energy. Really just grow inside the situation that you're in now. Overall, this was a really good reading because it's like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but just don't fall into the traps for most of us out there. Now, some of us are still struggling with things. That's life. That's the way things go. But we're going to pull some tarot cards. And like I said, the other two oracle cards to try to give us a little more insight on this. These have been pre-shuffled already. And what we're going to do is pull 5 cards to get deeper insight on, honestly, solidifying your growth, not falling asleep on your dreams, and stepping into your most fiercest psychic energy. I am really digging this reading right here. I have a slight connection to all of the readings. That's how you're able to give it out. You know, you have to be empathetic. You have to go through or be able to feel some of the things. But for this reading right here, for some particular reason, I am just really feeling this one here. And it could be because I'm trying to achieve some things this year, you know. So we're going to pull 5 cards to go a little bit deeper. Some insight on this Capricorn energy that the universe is asking you to embrace. Thank you so much, dear guides. good. So we're going to cut the deck. 2 cups under the bottom. Feels good. Alrighty. Oh, that's nice energy. It's nice energy. And looks like Spirit wanted us to have 6 cards instead of 5 for this deck. And I just go with the flow. I just put down what I'm told to put down, and that's how things work. And I see how this is playing out. This is moving through a lot of 7 and 8 energy. Boy, that does truly resonate with me. I have been moving through a lot of 7 energy, 7 and 8 energy, getting stuff ready. But under the deck, we have the 2 of Cups and the Chariot. Oh my goodness. And the Burden right here. Oh, I could go on and on, but I'll take the bottom 3 and I'll give you a little bit of a story about what's going on for this group here, the overall energy here. This is you, or this group here, with a lot of burdens, spiritual, financial, all kinds of burdens and stuff, just heavy on your mind maybe. And particularly what I'm hearing is having to do with your career or how you contribute in this world with this Capricorn energy here. Wands are about career also, but there's the Chariot right after that, and the Lover. So this is you charging into what you love, that type of attraction there. The overall energy of this is releasing burdens to go after what you truly love. That's what these 3 cards basically say here. So we're going to put those here, and right under that is like the 9 of Cups. I mean, that's like wish fulfillment and stuff. So it just gets pretty good for this group here. So we're going to jump in here. Now, in the past here, this 7 of Swords here, Swords energy is mental energy overall. So first of all, I just want to take a look at the overall energy here. You see, we have lots of Pentacles, Cups, and Swords. Okay. 1 cup, lots of Pentacles, Swords, and stuff. So this energy here, it's like here, starting with the 7s. You have a 7 here, a 7 here, an 8 here, and an 8 here. This is very, very synchronistic. When I'm telling you there are no coincidences, that's what I mean by that. Lots of things going on here. So the 7 of Swords, sorry, excuse me. The 7 of Swords can be a sort of deceptive energy, but overall is strategizing. Okay, starting here, this is you strategizing. What do I need to do? I don't need all of these swords. I just need what I need for me to make it, to complete my task, because the 8 of Swords is about really putting your head down and working on what matters to you, throwing up those coins like he got there, building them and throwing them up, you know, just letting them know, putting this out in the universe, let it come back to me, or in so many terms. So if this Capricorn energy, you're being asked to achieve here. They're saying strategize and work hard to achieve what you need to achieve. So let's move into the middle here, where you sit now, basically right here. Okay, energy's been moving really slow. I see why you're frustrated. I see why there's a caution not to fall asleep on your dreams, because these 2 are very slow energies. The Knight of Pentacles, Knights are fast energy, period. But the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. So this is a slow energy. And this 7 of Pentacles is you really not seeing what's going on in the background, but just kind of seeing your seeds kind of pluck up a little and prosper a little, but here and there, not really, you know, seeing the full fruits of your labor, what's going on in the background. So with these 2 here, I know why this card is here, because you're being cautioned not to fall asleep on your dreams with this slow moving energy. However, I do believe that that's about to change here with what's going on here. So falling angels, spiritual narcolepsy. Do not fall asleep on your dreams, no matter how slow they may be going or what you can't see in the background. It's working out for you because you've already been doing the work here. This lets me know that you've been strategizing, you've been working hard, you've been doing, like I said in the reading, you've been doing what you're supposed to do. It's just that the energy is very, very slow. Lots of things are moving and working in the background, and you just can't, and you may feel like, it's just not working for you. But there's a knight here. Knight still, he's the slowest knight, but he still brings good news. And this is the Knight of Pentacles. This is stability. This is a stable environment that you're planting seeds toward. And that's beautiful energy. And right here, as you move on into the future or moving on down the line here, you see under the wise one energy, this has you walking away from the things that don't serve you, being very wise on what is truly not serving you. This person has 8 cups down here. And that may be the only 8 cups he got, but he is walking away from all of them because none of them have fulfilled what he needs to be fulfilled. And then you got the Page of Swords here. Okay, so pages bring news, okay? The Page of Swords, however, is like a very quick, it's air energy. It's very quick news. So you have to be cautious of the news that comes with the Page of Swords because it can change very quickly. So, but overall, it's still good energy overall. It's not the best page because, like I said, it could be like a lot of news from different places that could be a little confusing and stuff like that. But the overall message is you walking away from the things that don't serve you and into new information, new things that are really starting to fill your mental space and translate into your heart space so that you can put that out into the world. So that's why with all this thought power here, and don't forget, try the spiritual exercise for each group. The one for this group is thought power, but you can try any of them. But this is really good energy, group 3, because this shows me that you've been working hard. It's been a little stagnant, but they're saying don't fall asleep because things are going to start picking up again. This Page of Swords is a very quick energy. Swords are quick energy, period. So this tells me once you decide to really walk away from everything that doesn't serve you, it's going to pick up fast. You're going to get the answers you need. You're going to get what you need to help you on your journey of becoming the wise one. So tap in, group 3. I'm feeling this one right here. Let's become the wise one together here. And the 2 of Cups here with attraction under there, you're going to attract what you need, whether it be love or finances or whatever. You're going to be able to attract that. So I'm very excited for group 3. Let's go ahead and get extra message from our Starseed Oracle deck here. Yeah, I really do see that you've been strategizing, you've been planning, you've been trying, you've been working hard, but the energy has just been so stagnant here. And so they're like, please don't fall asleep on your dreams. Don't listen. This is what I'm hearing. Don't listen to other people telling you you're not good enough, because you are. The energy is just taking its time to get. It's all in divine timing. It's just taking its time to get to where it needs to get to. And you will be the wise one. You will grow from this experience exponentially. You will feel 8 more cups at least, of knowledge, of insight that you can share with others and grow. This is sending information, the Knight of Swords. He brings news. He sends news. Like I said, just be cautious. You may be getting news from everywhere, with that Knight of Swords energy. Thank you so much, dear guides. Let's get one card of, oh, that one almost popped out. Inspiration or some additional advice. That's nice. So we're going to do here and then let's see what we got here. Patience. Oh my God. Okay, I can't. Look, Spirit's going to have to just hammer it down one time. We see you. These two cards don't say nothing but patience. This is patience. This is patience, and this is really patience. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. That's exactly what I'm saying to you guys right now. They're just one cute more little kiss to say be patient. And under the bottom, let's see, what was the next one? Stillness. That's got to do with patience. But under the bottom, dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. So listen, they're saying, look, be patient on your dreams. One, yes, look out for your dreams, listen for your dreams. This is a cue that if you do have vivid dreams or talk to your guides in your dreams, they're really going to be talking to you about this energy, about the patience that you need to have. But also, this is just have some patience on the dreams, on the seeds that you're planting. The Seven of Pentacles is about seeds planted that you may not be able to see their full fruition yet. So that's why you have to have a little patience on your dreams, is what Spirit is saying. Wow, that hit. The whole theme of this is patience. And I know you're running out, Group 3. I know with all this energy here, you might be running out of patience pretty quick. But Spirit's like, no, not this year. Not this year. Don't give up. This is the time for you to really tap in to become the wisest version of yourself, male or female, whomever's watching this. It is time for you to become the wisest, most experienced version of yourself with this wise one energy. You've already been doing the work. These 7s and 8s here, let me know that you've been doing some work. Oh, what was that? The festival creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. Am I feeling that? No, I'm not feeling that for this. I think it just slipped out, but I'm going to see if it comes back out again, and we're going to go through a few more times. We're going to get one power symbol for Group 3 for this year. I think that's it. I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling it in its place now. Waiting for me to pick through the cards and get it. Okay, let's see if the festival comes back up again. No. The triple spiral. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love this symbol. This is one of my favorite symbols here, the triple spiral. And what's up under the bottom? Self-confidence, which is, look at all this yellow in here. See, I didn't even go into the chakras and the yellow stuff in here. We're going, and look at that. Achievement is also a very good one to have on there. Protection. These, see, I will just get way involved in it. But let's get started with what we got. First off, the triple spiral. Listening to triple spiral. Listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. Listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. That's how you're supposed to see this. This is a long, arduous earth energy that you got to kind of move through. So you have to kind of find the joy in it. And using this triple spiral symbol to help bring joy into your life is a good way to go this year. You have triple spiral. So listening to the divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. You got to think of it as I am learning. All of these are lessons that I can cash in on. So I can find the joy in that in some kind of way. So the next one is self-confidence here. With all this yellow in here, I'm not surprised that this comes out. This is your solar plexus chakra, yellow here. Please massage and love on your solar plexus chakra. That is your personal power center, how you're going to get shit done, you know. So self-confidence, strong self-belief, and a sense of worth. This is a good symbol if you are really trying to build your confidence. Strong self-belief and a sense of self-worth. You have to feel like you're worthy for all of these things to come to fruition, for all of this work that you have. You have to feel like you're worthy, that you deserve that. So overall, this was a very, Very good reading. Please feel free to use these symbols here. Also, we got dreams and patience. Spirit will be talking to you through your dreams, but also just letting you know to have patience. Your guides are going to be with you for a little while to try to help you work through this, to have patience as you're growing. You're growing into who you were meant to be, the wise one. Okay? Please see that the wise one is here in this group. People in this group are really trying their best to become a better version of themselves, and good on you for doing that. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys do try the mediumship exercises at the end of each group. No matter what group you pick, they're all good. They're just really quick, simple exercises for you to try to get tapped in. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Welcome to the mediumship exercise for group 3. Please feel free to do any of the exercises, no matter which group you choose. However, these are just short spiritual exercises to help you tap into your best psychic self, or maybe just help you get over some of the things that you may be dealing with, or maybe a fresh news perspective on something that you've been thinking about for a long time. So we'll jump right in with the mediumship training deck. I absolutely love this deck. 50 practical tools for developing your connection to the other side. And we're just going to pick out a few cards that are the theme of this card here is thought power. And I like to take a little time to look at how beautiful that card is there. Right there, all the nice imagery there. That is you connecting with someone else. I absolutely love this, but the theme of this card is thought power. And I'll go ahead and read it and tap in. And like I said, this is just if you'd like to try something else, something spiritual, and you're not quite sure where to start or what to do, this is a good exercise to start with. So let's get into it. Thought power. The power of thought has literally no limitations. Parents and their children, husbands and wives, and longtime partners are known to finish each other's sentences or utter identical words at the same exact time. We laugh when this happens, putting it down to coincidence, but it could be something more. How can we explain when family members just know when something's wrong with one another? Why is it that people simply think of someone they haven't seen in a long time only to run into them later that day? One can't just put this down to luck or fate. It's actually what's known as telepathy, the ability to send and receive messages and information through the mind without the use of one's physical senses. Typically, most mediums communicate with the spirit world using telepathy, which is a form of mental mediumship. The energy of thought is a spiritual power, and this ability is fueled by the power of love. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here for a second and just kind of go over that. The energy of thought is a spiritual power. You have to really start looking at your thoughts in that way. What happens, what you think about, can manifest pretty quickly in your life. And I don't believe in coincidences at all. I don't think there's no such thing as a coincidence. I truly don't. But these are some of the things that you'll have to start to consider as you're doing this exercise. So now let's go further. To strengthen your telepathic ability, you can ask a friend to help you with the following exercise. Have them choose a photo, a number, a color, or an image from another room or location. Then have them send you mentally what they just chose. Just relax and be open and receptive. Give off exactly what you receive. It sounds simple, but the more you practice, the stronger your communication with the spirit world can become. So with this exercise, we are building our communication skills with the spirit world. So they're asking you to tap into your telepathic abilities. So the exercise for this week is to get a friend or a loved one or a neighbor, anyone that's close to you that supports what you do, to try to send them something telepathically. You can do it over the phone. It's no real format to doing these exercises. You do these, you use your intuition to make these the best that you possibly can and to get out of it what you can. So please, like I said, please try any of the other exercises. But for this one, for this week, we are really digging into our telepathic powers and trying to trust our intuition. That's what the biggest step of this exercise is, trusting what you see, what you feel, what you hear, and knowing that it's part of you. So, thanks again for joining me on this exercise. Again, try any of the other exercises to help you tap into your most spiritual self. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Welcome, Pile 4. Let's get into the cosmic changes, challenges, and rewards to look out for in 2025. The stone to keep by your side this year is black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is a powerful protection stone. When I first started my journey and I was pretty fearful of this new path, this was the primary stone of protection my guides told me to wear because it creates a psychic shield that protects us from all sorts of negativity. From the radiation of electronics to negative thoughts and spells, tourmaline shields, strengthens, and balances both the body and the spirit. It amplifies a sense of power. So you feel more comfortable walking into the unknown because you feel shielded and strong. This is also a good stone to wear for protection during ritual work too, because it really does ward off negative energy and shields against certain environmental pollutants. Look it up. So, tourmaline is a true all-purpose stone and definitely on my top 5 gotta have stones list. And you're being asked to carry a stone of deep protection and power this year because the cosmic change, challenge, and reward the universe is telling you to look out for in 2025 is the moon with perception, or rather a total change in your perception of life. Okay, so let's talk about the energy of the moon. It's uncertain, it's shadowy, but it's necessary. We need it for the tides, for change. Quick example. When I dove into my spiritual journey just as COVID was rampant, I had to learn to trust when to go out and to move in a way where I could feel safe to meet the people that I needed to meet. I was learning to trust myself, my feelings, and move with the flow of divine timing. That's the energy of the moon. Trusting and believing that I was protected and guided, even when I couldn't see clear. And this stone helped, and I ended up meeting a couple of people that added a positive perspective to my whole experience. So I was all geared up with tourmaline during COVID, and I did what I had to do. And this is why tourmaline is here for you, because you have to be brave and feel strong and protected in your actions and your quest to see things from your soul's point of view, from the higher perspective, the higher self view. This group is going on a journey into the depths of perception and how to change or alter your life through your mind, or rather your perception. Hermeticism, a philosophy based on ancient Egyptian teachings, says that the mind is all. Everything starts in the mind as a thought. Everything, meaning what you think, creates your reality. Spirit wants to give you a full lesson with this moon card here because the moon is all about subconscious thinking. What's going on in the dark where it's shadowy and hard to see? The behind the scenes or background energy that motivates us all. So the moon card is asking you to dive into the subconscious to find out: 1, what motivates you? 2, how do you experience and express your feelings? 3, how do you nurture others? And most importantly, 4, how do you need nurturing? This is beginner shadow work. So you can figure out some things like your love language or how you nurture and need to be nurtured. The moon card asks you to go to your astrological chart and investigate your moon sign to help you discern your unconscious motivations. You can go to astrology.com or astrowellness.com to get this information for free. But for now, let's go a little deeper. Your sun sign is one of the big ones that everyone knows because it tells you about your outer characteristics, like how you choose to express yourself to others or how others may perceive you. Your moon sign, however, is how you truly experience and express your feelings subconsciously when no one is looking. So, the sun sign speaks more to the outer you. Your moon sign expresses the inner you. That means the overall message of the moon card is to one, perceive the unspoken emotional inner callings and patterns that drive you by looking at your own moon sign and your own current habits and actions. Two, investigate the needs and wants of those around you to ensure you're being valued, not compromised. Three, act in a way that helps others feel nurtured, then expect or look forward to receiving that same nurturing from the universe. And four, speak to, deal with, and eliminate all the insecurities that slow your process of growth. Let me make a side note here about lists. Some people in this group really enjoy a good list. I understand. I understand. I like a good list too, but this is the only video in this whole segment where steps are given out in list form. Spirit wants a few of you guys to feel that connection. Your team can see you learn better with lists. So go back through this video and write these things down, okay? Again, this is beginner shadow work, so you can start to figure out some things. But anyway, it's also important to know that sometimes all you need to do is acknowledge your feelings and release the ones that don't serve you with a few words or an intended ritual. Or you may need to seek the insight of a spiritual counselor or professional Reiki master for help with dispersing some of the fearful or stagnant energy around you. Sometimes it's not you, it's around you. In any case, 2025 is about dealing with your insecurities and unconscious motivations and transforming or elevating into a more grounded, prosperous vibration. Why? Because the situation the moon card is revolving around, why you need to take time to identify your unconscious motivations is because the horn cactus is here, which means it's time to discover or rediscover something about yourself. The horn cactus symbolizes blooming through resilience, resourcefulness, and discovery. So you have to be flexible and strong right now to discover something about yourself that spirit is trying to show you. See, the horn cactus is about perception because a cactus can thrive in the desert. And while it does seem to match the landscape, looking all barren and dry, its roots offer you the gift of water in a dry, unforgiving place. So, the cactus is not about what you perceive at first. It's a symbol of resilience and resourcefulness, of your needs being met despite appearances. Because, like the cactus, you can dig deep and plant roots of abundance once you get rid of the insecurities that keep you from your higher self. So, the overall message of this card is to remember the inherent wisdom and courage you have to dig deep below the surface to reveal the magical, flowing, abundant truths of yourself. The cactus, a green plant thriving in the middle of the desert, reminds us that this part of the journey is necessary, but only temporary, because greener pastures will come to pass. Once you embrace your inner strength and fortitude, you become as the cactus, resilient, resourceful, and full of discovery. Why? Because your angels, ancestors, and cosmic guides are trying to show you that it's time to use your authentic voice. Take charge of your life with authority and become the Lord over your own legacy or right to thrive in life and love. The horn with the Lord card here, you are advised to take charge with authority. Be ambitious, reliable, and dedicated to this journey of healing the subconscious. Like the Emperor in Tarot, the overall message of this card is to become the boss of your life. Hold your ground and speak your mind fiercely, but in a loving way. This card reminds us that we have the power to overcome dramas or negative energies that are working against our growth. It brings the energy of ambition, potential, and professionalism. And it asks us to act with authority and to show who we really are with integrity. No need for apologies when the true and earnest you is trying to come out. So your guides are saying it's time for the real you to emerge. But first, you must dive deep and release all the parts that work against your higher good. The Lord card is about taking control of your journey. No more excuses. If you drop the ball, pick it back up. Your guides are here to help. Just ask. So, here we are with the message of feeling brave and protected enough to dive into your subconscious to do the healing it takes to see different perspectives. Now, let's dig deeper with tarot for more insight. We'll also pull a symbol of power for this year and a final message card. Ready? Let's go. Okay, group 4, we're going to go a little deeper. We're going to pull some tarot and, like I said, starseed oracle and a power symbol for the rest of this year. But we open up the reading already knowing that Spirit is asking you to really dive into your subconscious and think of your motivations, because they want to show you how the beautiful resourcefulness that is within you, a beautiful change, a beautiful way of living, of thinking, of being that you may not even be aware of or may not know how to get to. But this is your cue right now to open up and help become what you really are trying to. But the key to it is to going through your unconscious motivations and taking stock in that. And the Spirit is giving you the advice to go ahead and just take charge with authority. And like I said in the oracle message, if you fall off or if something happens, just get back on. Nobody's counting. Nobody's taking stock in what you're doing. You are totally accountable to yourself and the universe. And you'll learn that as you keep going with your journey. But we come in knowing that a change in perception is needed so you can really see the true beauty, how you truly function and are made for this shit. That's what I'm hearing. Made for surviving, for living, for loving at the highest vibration. Your higher self is trying to reach out to you and tell you how to take charge of your situation. So we're going to pull some tarot cards. And I've already pre-shuffled these here, but I can't wait to see what is coming out for group 4. I'm going to get 5, maybe 6. The last group got 6 cards. Everybody else got 5, but we'll see what Spirit needs to say and how things will be communicated today with tarot. Some deeper insight. Thank you so much, dear guides, for being here with me right now. I'm just about ready. Almost. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, looks like you're getting 6 too. Looks like you're getting 6 cards also. So I want to take a minute. I always like to go through and let's see what's under the bottom, the overall energy of this. Oh, okay. So possibly from the choices or decisions. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna take that one too. So yeah, I kind of like to look at the overall energy of the deck and kind of like what's sticking out. First of all, a lot of higher major arcana cards in just these 6 cards. You got 2 kings, you know, and then you have 3 major arcana cards in 6 cards. Half of the deck is spirit talking to you in no uncertain terms. That's how major arcana is. This is major life things. So the Empress under the Moon card with perception, you have the Empress and the King of Cups, 2 of the most voluptuous, loving energies in tarot. Okay, the king is emotionally secure and stable, just the best friend, lover, husband you could ever have, as far as understanding you. You know, when you're talking about a person, this energy embodying a person, but it's the same thing, you know, just being very emotionally fulfilled or whatever. So the perception you have of yourself, this tells me that your perception, wherever it's at, or wherever it was, it's not, if I went over that yet, no, I haven't. We're gonna go over that over the bottom in a minute. I just jumped right into this Empress and the King of Cups because it's just such a beautiful energy. And for me, it just really symbolizes a change in the perception of where you are now, the reason why you need to really be carrying this tourmaline here with you, you know, so a really big change in your perception, diving deep to find the Empress in you. This is male or female. This is spirit talking to the male, the divine masculine, and the divine feminine in you. So you coming in knowing that there's not balance. There's not balance in the way I see things. But these 2 cards here say that spirit is all around you, offering you that balance, offering it to you right now, even through this reading here. Oh, wow. So the shadow, the moon is always about the shadow, the subconscious self, uncertain things. But with these 2 cards up under it, you should be certain that at core, most of the people in this reading, and we're about to talk about that right now, has just had a very difficult time, and they can't see the beauty right now. They can't see it. And so unlike this reading, with a lot of people in it thinking that, you know, maybe they're so ugly at the core or whatever, it's not like that. It's like spirit wants to show you, because you don't believe how beautiful you are, or rather can be, once you connect and tap into your divine masculine, divine feminine, and you feeling balanced and aligned and beautiful. So they're like, dig out all that old programming that tells you you're less than, you're not worthy. All of that's old. That's in here, because we got the end here, the end of a very restrictive or difficult situation that may have been full of lies or elusiveness, or just not lots of illusion and stuff. So that's where you're coming from. That's why it's so strong. It's like they didn't want to show you like the devil over here in this point. You know where you came from. I want to show you what you can be, is what I'm hearing your guides say. I want to show you Venus. I want to show you the beautiful energy of Venus that already lies within you. Oh my God. I want to show you Mars, the powerful beauty, which actually this is not Mars. Well, I don't know, he might be Mars, but this is what's coming out. Venus and Mars to me, the masculine and feminine. I want to show you your power, how you can really be a resourceful asset to any situation that you're in. Any situation that you're in. It's all an illusion if you're believing that you're not valued or worthy at this time. Okay, but there's the end of that. It's the end of those limiting beliefs. All you have to do is take charge, because you have the support right here. This is the King of Wands and the 10 of, oh my goodness. Okay, so all this has been a very, very heavy situation, very burdensome. But look here, the king is here. You will master this. This is like the king and the Lord here. This is a mastery of you really learning how to take charge and not be afraid to try new things, to go out and really find what you deserve. Because at the bottom of this deck, this overall energy here, the overall energy is worry. See, that's why I said they didn't want to show me here in this thing, or show you rather the worry, because you already know it's there. You already know what it is with this right here. But right after it, it's the Ace of Cups, right? It's the Ace of Cups. It's like a gift of freedom from that or whatever. And then they told me about the worry. You're worried a lot about the choices, the decisions that you have made, thinking that that has painted you or boxed you into some type of corner, but you don't even know your beauty yet. That's what you don't even know yet. That's what this Hierophant is here for. Again, I mean, oh my goodness, look at that. The Tina, this story could just go on. But I see you coming from a lot of anxiety about situations and things. You know, it feels like this energy almost feels like COVID time. That's probably why I had a COVID story about it. It feels like really restrictive energy. But Spirit wants to show you that once you are aligned, that ends all of that. It ends it, that the world is the culmination. It's over with or whatever. And so you walk into this into 2025, into the rest of 2025, knowing that you've took your knocks, you did what you're supposed to do, and been resourceful in doing what you needed to do to take care of yourself. The whole year 2025. You are digging out any insecurities and you're going to put them out there. You're going to shine a light. The King of Wands don't care. They know they fly. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm not fly in your mind, I'm fly in my mind and 90% of everybody else's mind. Rather they know it or not, I'm fly. You know, it's that type of energy where you're not insecure. You're not worried about what people think or what happens to you. That's all devil energy there. That's all like restrictive energy, letting somebody else's beliefs hold you down. That's what the Hierophant was there for, to try to tell me about, because this is old belief systems and stuff. He will be the next card after decision. This is deciding that these old belief systems and stuff are no longer viable with this 10 right here. I mean, sometimes the bottom of the story be just as interesting to me. They like to give me some background on what's going on, but I'm just here to say that this is really good transition energy. Okay, I'm feeling that. You got a lot of guides around this reading that's really hoping that this reading reach out and touch some of the people that they've been trying to work with, because they can see that you've been having a hard time, but the connection's not there. Your guides can't just bust in through your life. They have to be invited. And so this is your cue right here to start watching out for those divine nudges and to invite more. Make sure you check out the mediumship exercise for this group or any group that that you feel called to. But this stuff, it talks about synchronicities, and this is synchronic right here. This is synchronic in that, you know, Spirit really wants you to know that I'm here, but I can't come in and make any type of effort until you start getting rid of the fears and the resentments or, you know, unworthy feelings and stuff. And how do you do that? I'm here to guide you. Just ask. And we're going to set up our language here with these divine nudges, and you will know. Oh my goodness. You will know. That's the song that's coming. You will know. Okay, I can't sing whatever, but this is exciting. This is you moving through some really, really heavy energy into something quite beautiful, and I'm excited for you. So let me pull some Starseed Oracle, mini Oracle cards here, and see what else Spirit may have to add to this reading. And we're also going to pull a power symbol. So yeah, really tough energy, really restrictive COVID-like energy, but I see an alignment in that. I see a divine alignment in it. That's why divine nudges is here. The divine, knock knock, hello, the divine would like to speak to you. Are you going to answer the call? That is the name of this video, if I was ever going to name it. Divine would like to speak to you. Are you ready to answer the call? I be talking to the divine. divine means of God. Come on, God, source, universe. Let's get it right now. Of God. All right. Let's see what we got here. Blue star. Follow the light of your inner compass, the blue star. It will lead you to the truth that resides within your soul. See, that's what this right here is talking about. It's like you don't even know how beautifully, how you're saying, say beautiful, how beautiful, but it's not just about looks. I mean, like how beautiful your soul is when it's aligned, because you've been so far in the traps and stuff. So there is a blue flame meditations. Try looking for those, going toward the color blue. You see blue is in here, lots of greens are in here, so that's your heart chakra. There's more blue and green right there, all together, blues, but also a lot of yellow. So yes, look up blue flame meditation to help cleanse some of the energy. But it said follow the light of your inner compass. That's what this is about, following your intuition, point blank, you know. So, and start considering yourself as really healing at this point. You are coming through some tough energy and you can make it. That's what this last thing says here. This is you making it through a lot of burdens here with these two cards here. What's on the bottom? Inner alchemy. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. Oh my goodness. Okay, look, and I think another group got this card too, but this is about you not being afraid to step out there and claim what's rightfully yours, simply by sometimes acknowledging it. That's in the reading too. Just simply saying what you want and what you desire in the world. That starts to pull stuff in for you. It creates an inner alchemy where you believe. I'm going to tell you, if you don't believe, there's nobody on this earth that has enough power to believe for you if you don't believe. So that and with that comes an inner alchemy where you're knowing how to control yourself, how to balance yourself, how to not react with in a violent way or in a unhealthy way when you're in fear, to kind of analyze it and figure out what's going on. So that's really nice. So don't react, react with love. It's what they say. Guidance. It's another one on there. I love how the cards on the bottom just come together. So now we're going to pull a power symbol card. And like I said in the introduction, you can use this, attach it to an affirmation, or just, you know, put it somewhere where you can see it and say it and love on it, you know, write it on things in the air. It doesn't have to be in pencil. It could be, you know, just put the energy in the air. So yeah, we're gonna pull just a couple of these. Okay, that's it. Right here. This is some heavy energy to be moving away from, but I'm so glad that most of you will be moving into alignment. I'm telling you, you're gonna at least try it, and I'm happy to see that. Insight. Oh, most definitely. Everything is going inner. This is the inner group. Y'all going on a journey of perception. Look here, you got the eye. I said that already in the oracle reading. You're going on a journey of perception. That's what this card means. So insight opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. You really need to be getting with. That's what these blues are here for. That's why the blue star is there for. So blues, indigos, and stuff. But I'm going to tell you right now, before you go into that, I'm feeling, honestly, I see every single chakra. A lot of you, especially here, I see a full chakra alignment. You know, you needing to start that. And I know the blues are here, but I'm asking you to start your chakra journey, you know, with your root chakra. and this could just be, and work your way up, because you start opening those higher chakras, those third eye, those things like that, and your lower chakras, this devil energy, that earthly energy that resides in the lower chakras, can really start to mess with you, or really start to just not really mess with you, but you'll be open up but not truly prepared for the things you may be seeing. But your guys are inviting you with all this blue to go ahead and start um, um, with your heart. That's what the greens are there for, because it doesn't matter what chakra you go in through, you can always go in through your heart chakra. So start with your heart chakra. Get that cleansed, get that cleared, get that do some love on that, and then go up to your third eye chakra, or your throat chakra. I'm hearing a lot about throat chakra, you speaking what you need, not so much third eye. So from root up to throat chakra, most definitely. But yeah, but also the insight of that third eye chakra. So what's up on the bottom? Triple moon. Oh, this is a good one here. Also, two signs that you can use this year. So triple moon, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. That's what this feels like. This is earthly, this is divine. Do you understand? Here's an angel here if you're going to do it that way. However you want to do it, the earthly and the divine is what you're trying to embrace. And this is a good symbol to do that. Remember, you are having an experience. You're a divine being having an earthly experience right now, and you need to love on yourself for that. So that's all I have, you guys, for right now. Make sure you check out the mediumship exercise if you pick this group, especially because I think it would be beneficial to you to really start talking to your spiritual family more. So thank you for joining me. I hope to see you guys next time. I'll see you later. Welcome to the mediumship exercise for group 4. Please feel free to do any of these exercises, no matter which card you chose. They come from the spiritual mediumship training deck, 50 practical tools for developing your connection to the other side. These are just short spiritual exercises that can help you open up, or if you're not quite sure where to start, this is a good deck to start with. And I'll just jump right into the exercise that's on this card. Actually, I want to look at the artwork first. I always like to do that first, but that is just absolutely beautiful there. Divine nudges, an angelic wing here. And we'll just go ahead and get started at what's on the back here. Divine nudges. Synchronicities and so-called coincidences are clear signs that spirit is knocking at your door. These blessings and signs of grace are not just mere coincidences, but are evidence that you are and always will be connected to spirit. Spirit, working through synchronicity, can manifest in some unique ways. Some people refer to these occurrences as divine nudges. Examples of this include hearing the same phrase from more than one person in a day, or identical numbers repeatedly showing up in your life. Have you ever met an individual out of the blue who seemed to answer a question that you were just asking yourself? These are all signs for you to pause, be open, pay attention, and most importantly, to acknowledge that spirit is sending you a message. So this is kind of funny. I have to point this out a little bit, but in group 4, there was kind of like a list, the one that this one goes with. There was kind of like a list, and I like how at the end it says you need to pause, be open, pay attention. That's kind of how group 4 came, or whatever. I just love how synchronistic all of these cards are with the lessons. And when I tell you that the cards were kind of like an afterthought. So I was guided to which one of these goes with which one, because I wanted, I love the pictures on them and I wanted to use the pictures. So yeah, so it is very synchronistic that group 4 gets this, not only because of that, but also because they have to start looking outside of themselves, looking out, traveling out, being brave and bold, and actually putting themselves out there a little bit more, to learn about their subconscious motivations a little bit more. So, this is actually very synchronistic for that group. But, and just jumping in now with synchronicities, if you're not very familiar with that, that is just meaningful experiences that you can really keep track of. That's what they are. But coincidences, but usually they're pretty meaningful. So I'll go on with the next paragraph because I want to get through this and get to the exercise, which the exercise is basically just looking for the synchronicities in your life. But this says, when you're developing your spiritual abilities, Spirit knows how you need to develop and evolve, and will continue to steer you in the direction for your highest good. You may not always follow Spirit's prompts, but you'll still be continually and gently nudged forward. By following the prompts and guidance, you'll notice how more people, situations, and synchronicities start to appear in your life. And I'm telling you, that's true. The more you notice it, the more the more it happens. So, the more you begin to notice these meaningful divine nudges, the easier it is for them to multiply and give you spiritual guidance. This is your key to spiritual guidance, okay? So this says, be open to synchronistic signs, welcome them, and act on them accordingly. For these are signs that Spirit is here to guide and help you. Okay, so for this next week, you're really going to be looking for the synchronicities. You're going to be checking your receipts to see if there's number. And this is a good call too. If you don't have a language with Spirit yet, if you're not really communicating, but your guides are there and they're helping you and stuff, this is a good time for you to talk to them. Just show me certain numbers. You set the tone, you set the communication up. Show me these numbers, or what numbers are in my aura today or this week. Please show me those numbers and help me learn the meanings of them. That's how you get from one synchronicity to the next. So I'll just say right off the bat, thank you guys for joining me with this. I want you guys to try any or all of these right here, and I will see you next time. Make sure to look for the synchronicities in life. They're going to make you more spiritually fulfilled. Thank you so much for joining me. I see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Gratitude for sharing our vibe. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.